Hi, buddies. So it's been a good day. It was raining this morning, but the sun come out and I saw butterflies, and I was like so excited about the butterflies because I fucking love butterflies. Okay, they're like cool. I actually found one yesterday when I was at Dollar General. When I was leaving, there was a dead uh, butterfly on the sidewalk. He was perfect. I mean, not perfect, but I was like, hey, it's a fucking butterfly and I'm picking it up. And my aunt's like, if you touch it too much, you'll destroy it. And I was like, I won't touch it too much. And when I put it in my hand, I was like, oh, it's still alive a little bit. And I felt kind of bad, but I put him in the bag and brought him home. And he's still in the bag because I'm afraid that if I take him out and put him on anything, because he is dead now, um, if I put him on anything, Polly is going to destroy him. So I'm not really sure what to do with the butterfly. So, um, let's see. Oh, it was another exciting day in quarantine, which I'm not really in quarantine because fuck that. um, I'm not sick or anything. But today I got paid, so I'm like, well, shit, I want to go do stuff, because that's my normal way to do things is like to go do stuff when I get paid. I'm like, hey, it's party day. We'll see where everything lands later. And I can't because every place that I want to go is fucking closed. I don't even know if the vape store is open. I might actually have to start smoking cigarettes. That's the conspiracy. It's the cigarette companies released COVID-19 to get rid of vaping. Just kidding. Conspiracy theories are fun, but I don't subscribe to a lot of them. Um, it's really sad though. I mean, like I was telling one of my friends, like the biggest problem with this whole thing is misinformation. Um, telling people that it's no worse than the flu. You know, obviously it is. Because this is all going on. So it is obviously worse than the flu. So to say it was nothing worse than the flu was a bit of misinformation. I'm thinking that the big deal with this probably has to do with how long the virus is active on surfaces. Um, your average cold virus, flu virus, they do better in the cold than in the hot. So like if it's warm outside surfaces don't really keep the cold virus on them. If it's cold outside, they do keep it a little longer. And that's the thing, you have to look at how long something stays on something. Like how long is strep active? How long is this active? Um but we're not dealing with anything new as far as, you know, just basic cleanliness, you know. So I've got to think that the big deal is how long it stays on surfaces. And then, of course, the incubation period. Um, that's always fun to figure out, because you got to figure out where you've been for so long. I know when I got head lice at 16, I had no clue where I got it from. I mean, it was an infestation, so it had been a while. So I was like, where had I been? And after that, I started saying, well, I ain't going to the movie theater. Because, I mean, who knows who's been in those seats? You have no clue. They could have a flesh eating virus, they could have head lice, body lice, crabs, you know, any of that. Funny story with that. When I worked for Walgreens, we would get people in every so often that would ask me a question that I'm like, okay, this is something I would call. There is no way I would stand in front of somebody and ask some of the questions I got asked. I was like, I'm looking at this person and trying to keep myself composed and not say the thought going through my head. Like, I remember We had this hooker that would hang around the parking lot a lot. And she came in one day because she had been out in the parking lot begging for money so she could buy some Massengill because she had this itch all deep up in her. And I was like, well, that's not going to help you. I was like, you need to go to the free clinic and get checked for some STDs or whatever. I did not sell her Massengill. What I ended up selling her was Monistat, because I figured, well, if this doesn't fix, the Massengill would help her, but would not fix that. But still, I was like, you're standing in front of me telling me that, I mean, it's embarrassing to buy that stuff, which is kind of sad. I mean, because yeast infections happen. I mean, if I take antibiotics, they just fucking happen. It's part of things. It's like having a period. It happens. The reason why I was looking at her the way I was looking at her, because most people, I wouldn't be like, ew, you got nasty coochie. Like, I'm not going to do that to somebody. But that's the thought I think when I'm having to buy that, is that somebody's going to judge me that way. But no, her, it's because I knew she was a hooker. And I'm not talking like, you call a number and get her. No. This woman was out her fucking mind. She was nasty. She was nasty. We caught her being fucked by the dumpsters. Like, she was on the ground right beside the dumpster in some trash. Nasty. But she asked that question. Of course, I helped her. I'm always going to help people. That was my job. But, sometimes the stuff people would ask, it's like, you don't have pictures of it, do you? Because I really don't need to see them. Please don't show me. These were things that I was like, you could have called and asked that question, because I would not want to stand in front of somebody. Like somebody's coming up with some rid and going, I got crabs. Will this help? Honestly. You could read the back of the box. You could ask the pharmacist. You're just going to walk up to some random employee that you don't know if they work in the pharmacy or not. You could call a fucking doctor. And she's asking me like I would know how to get rid of them. Just like I wouldn't know. I've always heard that, this is what you do. But that's the thing, when you're around, like, seeing all kinds of things and knowing like there's some really nasty people in this world. Not just, your average drug-addled hooker. But, some people who just, like, they come in 5 days in a row, they're wearing the same clothes, they smell worse each and every day that they come in. They smell like they sleep with 100 dogs. I mean, it's, like, bad. Or people that come in and like, there was a guy at that store, I called him Mr. Stench. This dude, oh, God. Only smell that has ever, like, turned my stomach, this guy. I got along with him great. I was the only person there who was nice to him. Everybody else was, he'd bitch at them. He would not bitch at me. He was a hard ass old motherfucker. Just like he was abrasive, and he smelled bad. Later found out that it was his wife. His wife wouldn't bathe him. When his wife died, his daughter started taking care of him, and Mr. Stench was no longer Mr. Stench. But he also smoked, and, he was paralyzed. So, yeah, there was a lot of smells with Mr. Stench, and we would walk up and down the aisles with Lysol after he left the store. This was a common thing for us, that Mr. Stench had been there, and we were going to walk up and down the aisle spraying. When I would see him coming, I grabbed my Hall's mentholatum and right under my nose, and I'd just start talking to him, and still could smell him. But when you're in contact with the public like that, you get to where you're like, oh, y'all some nasty motherfuckers. We would lock our bathroom, and sometimes we'd hand somebody the key and they'd come right back out and say, that bathroom is filthy. Now, customers are so fucking strange. They'll tell you a bathroom is filthy. You walk in the bathroom and there's like one sheet of toilet paper on the floor, and that is it. The toilets are all flush. The toilet bowls are all clean. There's nothing but this one fresh piece of toilet paper. Just one square on the floor, and that's a filthy bathroom. These people have obviously never walked into a bathroom where it looks like somebody bent over and shit on the wall. Like just sprayed the wall with shit. You know? And let me tell you, if you know people who work retail, ask them. Essential employees know how nasty motherfuckers are. I mean, I'm being completely honest. My last day of work before I had Isabel, before I went on maternity leave, I was I had to go to the photo lab. And then I went to the photo lab, and then I came out and I had to walk back to go get something near the pharmacy. It's the 4th of July. The pharmacy closed early. And I'm walking down the aisle, and this bitch dropped trout and pissed on the floor because she didn't want to ask somebody for the key to the bathroom. We had to lock the employee break room because somebody would go piss in things in our break room. We would find it in the trash can. We couldn't have a trash can in the hallway because people would piss in it. People are fucking nasty. Retail workers know this. I have walked. There was a day I was in Target, and there was a pair of underwear on the floor, like a thong, and it was stuck to the floor. And I was like, I don't know how that got there. I don't know what's on it, but that's fucking disgusting. Right now we've got people that are leaving latex gloves on the parking lot and in shopping carts, But let us not forget all the times you've been at Walmart and seen a dirty fucking diaper on the freaking parking lot. People are fucking nasty. I would let a diaper sit in my hot ass car in the diaper bag for 12 hours before I would ever leave it, just like throw it on the ground. Fuck that. Are you a fucking animal? I mean, I literally asked my manager, I said, hey, if I ever see that again, because when I saw that woman drop trout and just piss on the floor, I know I was just disgusted. I was so but I was shocked. So when she left, I was just like, I looked at him and I said, next time, can I treat her like a dog? Can I please tell her that my dog has more sense than she does? Like seriously. The fuck? I don't care how bad I've got to go. And let me tell you, I went to Memphis when I was 12 or 13. And I had to pee like really bad when we were in Memphis. And we went looking for a bathroom and could not find one. And when we finally did find one, there was no fucking way in hell I was sitting on that toilet. I was like, fuck that. That thing was disgusting. And I am not there's a sheet of toilet paper on the floor. This is fucking disgusting. No, there was shit and piss everywhere. That bathroom was disgusting. It's like, fuck this. I am not pissing here. By the time I got home, because Dad didn't want to stop anywhere, the time I got home, which we did pull over and my mom went out and popped a squat in the woods, I wasn't about to. I was like, fuck that. No. Not doing it. So by the time we got home, I couldn't fucking walk. I hurt so bad. I had to piss so fucking bad. Because, I mean, that's 2.5 hours at least. And then the little 15-minute pit stop, which I really considered. But I was like, no, I'm civilized. By then. Now, I mean, when I was like 6 years old, I so would have fucking done it. But at that age, I was like, no. Bathroom. Gotta have a bathroom. So the idea of this woman not, just doing that, I'm like, okay, you are a trash person. You're just trash because that's fucked up. And these people walk amongst us. Okay? They fucking do. And I think every place I worked in, at least once, in every retail location I worked in, somebody at some point in time would be walking through the store with shit going down their legs and leaving a trail in the floor. Happened every place I fucking worked. Was not me. I don't know if every retail employee can say that, but I think a lot of us have been in a store when that's happened. If you spent a good amount of time in a store, it's happened. Especially a store with a pharmacy in it. Yeah, so this pandemic is telling me something I've known all along. People need to wash their hands. They need to pay attention, fucking be fucking clean. Clean up. I mean, people would hand me like soggy money, and I'm like, I don't want to know why this is wet. Because I'm looking at you and I'm thinking that there's no good answer to that. To why this is wet. No good answer. I could go on and on. I'm going to stop now because I'm trying to do better. I had a great day. I hope that you had a great day. Every moment is an opportunity to turn things around. Reach out to your friends. Just one person, 15 minutes out of your day. Call somebody up and talk to them. Kudos if it's somebody that you've been meaning to talk to and haven't. Like, seriously, call up that person who you're like, oh yeah, I ain't talked to them in a minute. Fucking call them. You never know when that might be like the brightest spot of their day. And wouldn't that be awesome to know that you were the person responsible for them being able to turn their day around? You're the reason why they're smiling. 15 minutes out of your day changed the course of theirs. And we are at this moment in time when who doesn't have 15 minutes now that they could spend calling up somebody they haven't talked to in a long time? 15 minutes. That's all it takes. 5 minutes. Fuck. Just 5 minutes. And see where it takes you. You might end up brightening your day. Because maybe when you make them happy, that happiness is contagious. So maybe instead of contracting COVID-19, you contract happy. Can you think of anything better to contract than happiness? So I'm going to go now. Bye.